What's up guys, and welcome back to a brand new episode here on the Koi Partner channel. In today's video I will explain how you can select the best koi in the future for your koi pond. Most of the hobbyists have the same dream, owning a koi that is so beautiful that it can even participate and win prizes in a koi show. Maybe in your own country, or even better, in a koi show in Japan. Winning is perhaps even more special. If your fish has won a prize, the jury, including often Japanese breeders, has chosen your fish to be the best one in his or her variety. But how do you select a potential winner now? And what do you have to pay attention to when you are selecting koi? In this episode I explain what I pay attention to when I select a koi fish in Japan. So watch the whole video, because with this information you may also select a potential winner when you do a next purchase. And let me also know in the comments how you select a koi. All your questions are welcome and I will be happy to answer them. The highest prize you can get in a koi show is the so-called Grand Champion. During the past World Championships in Tokyo, the most expensive fish in the world was also the champion. With a value of $1.7 million, the justified winner was the Grand Champion from the Sakai Fish Farm. Let me first of all make it very clear that a breeder often already sees what a good potential koi is. So a breeder will always ask for more money for that specific koi. A potential high quality koi will therefore be an expensive fish most of the time. So if you are prepared to pay more for a good koi, what do you pay attention to? Let's get started. Jury members in Japan always judge the fish on different parts. When I select a koi, I first start judging the body and shape. So, number 1, body and shape. First of all, female koi are getting bigger most of the time, so I select only women in 90% of the cases. The body part can be divided into many different aspects. Think of hachi, that's forehead, kata, shoulders, backbone. Backbone, of course, sebire, dorsal fin, obire, tail fin, etc. So let me quickly introduce them one by one. So hachi is forehead. To be more specific, that's the area on the head above the eyes and also the spot where a good tensile pattern should be. So the next one is kata, shoulders. That is the area between the head and the start of the dorsal fin. Let's continue with the backbone. It's one of the most important parts when you are purchasing a new koi. And of course we continue with the dorsal fin, tail fin, end of the tail fin, pectoral fin, and of course the oya bone. That is the first and thickest fin spray. At the end, I think this is one of the most important ones, Taiko. Taiko indicates the height of a koi. When I select a koi, I first look at the overall body. I find it very important that the koi is in balance and the fish has a well-aligned body shape. Sometimes I call it a torpedo shape. If I like the body shape, I continue and I look at the shoulders, the kata, and the spine, backbone. The shape, length and width of the backbone are very important factors for me to be able to access whether a koi will become very big. Therefore, I always take the time to judge a koi fish well. Then I look at the tail and the tail starter. If this is in line with the rest of the body and it is high and thick enough, then I know that it is an indication of a strong fish. And a stronger fish are getting generally larger. A potential large koi has a high body in combination with a good backbone. So let's continue with number 2, skin quality. A component that can be studied in great detail. Without making it very complicated, I will explain which parts I assess from the skin quality. When I look at the skin quality when I am selecting young fish, you actually look at its potential. Because not all things will be visible in a young fish. It is important to pay attention to a number of components that can be predict how it will develop in the future. What many hobbyists often do not take in account is that the skin quality and skin condition are two things that have to be seen separately. Skin condition is temporary and you have to be able to see through it and access the skin quality. Are you still following it? Yes? Okay, well done. Let's continue. What is important to me is that I can judge the depth and consistency of the pigment. You know what you can expect from some bloodlines when you can use previous experience. In addition, I mainly look at Kiwa, Sashi, and Fukurin. Let me explain the last one really quickly. Fukurin is also called scale wrap. It is the cuticle of the skin which appears as a line drawn in a ring around the scale. This name was taken from the term fuku, meaning to cover or wrap. Of course, there are many more aspects you can look at. I will discuss that in a following video. So let's continue. The third aspect I'm looking for is pattern. Pattern is less important than the two aspects above. Quality goes above pattern, but I know from experience that a good pattern is extremely important for many hobbyists. So a tip, if you buy a koi, you need to like it. Breeders look through that. They mainly look at the first two parts we discussed in this video. And of course, perfection does not exist, at least hardly. Buy a fish that you are sure to be satisfied, even a half year later after the purchase. And are you ready to buy your first winner? If you have any tips or questions, please let me know them. Drop them in the comments and don't forget to like and share this video. See you next time.